Welcome, everyone. It's great to see people come out in such big numbers for our Best Intranet Awards webinar, something we like to do annually. Before we get things started, just a few housekeeping items. We should be taking about 30 minutes today for the webinar. We will also be recording the session. So if you'd like to review it later or share it with someone else, we will be emailing everyone and give you a link to the recording after the fact as well. So without further ado, let's kick things off. We always just likes to start with giving a big shout out and a lot of love for all of our customers. We really just like to see all of those beautiful intranets that you create with ThoughtFarmer, really taking advantage of the flexibility of our software, and it just brings a lot of meaning to what we do when we get to see all of the amazing intranets out there that you guys are working so hard on. So we love you all, and thanks for all your hard work. And we really find it very important to stay in touch with all the great things that you are doing with ThoughtFarmer. But we also want to give you the opportunity to share your experiences, to share your great intranets, tips, and just really help others find inspiration in how to use ThoughtFarmer, right? And that's a big reason why we do these annual Best Intranet Awards. But we also have a vibrant community site, which not everybody might know. It's available for all of our customers. And it's a great resource to just keep in touch with other customers, see what other people are doing, what other great things their intranet is achieving for them. So if you are a customer today and you don't know about the community yet, feel free to explore it and take advantage of all of the great content that's on there. All right, onwards with the awards. So who submitted an entry into the awards this year? And the answer is many, many, many organizations. We received 30 submissions from all of these amazing companies, all of our customers. And really what we like to see is the amount of people that really are affected or that actually submitted in this contest, right? Like our mission here at ThoughtFarmer is to, as you know, is to make work better. And when we go through the submissions for the Best Intranet Awards, we really love the impact that ThoughtFarmer intranets have throughout the workplace for all of our customers. So if you look at the intranets that were submitted in this contest this year, it's a total of 20,115 users, that's quite a crowd. That's really amazing to see. So what was submitted this year, right? So these are just a few numbers, a snapshot of the range of submissions that we received. The customers that entered their intranet in the contest this year or in the awards this year represented 9 industries, including healthcare, banks and credit unions, engineering and construction, legal services, marketing, energy, education, and government. So a really wide array of industries. And we also love that everybody came out in really strong numbers again to vote on your favorite intranet. So you can see here that we had 67 people voting in the People's Choice votes. So the People's Choice Awards is one of the 4 awards that we hand out. So really great numbers this year again. Our judges. So this is something new we're doing this year. We invited some industry experts for this year and thought leaders to really pick the winners in each categories. And we're really proud to have this amazing panel here to help us and to make some really difficult choices. So we're glad to outsource those choices this year and really get some external experts in. So I'd just like to introduce our judges. They're all on the call here today, of course. First up, Victoria Blackwell. Now, she's a research principal at G2. She's currently waving at you. At G2, which is the largest software reviews marketplace, and they help about 90 million people every year to make software decisions. And today, Victoria is the judge for the Innovation Award. So thank you, Victoria. Becky Sennett and Jackie Berg, they teamed up to represent Brilliant Inc.'s votes in the awards this year. Becky Sennett is Vice President of Research at Brilliant Inc. And Jackie Berg is the Head of Research and Business Development at Brilliant Inc., which is a consulting firm and creative agency that helps clients build meaningful employee experiences that drive results and improve engagement. And Becky and Jackie were judges for the Impact Award. Now, Jackie unfortunately isn't able to make it today, but Becky is representing both of them in the award today. Thank you, Becky, for joining us. And then last but not least, Will Arndt is the creative director at OXD. OXD is a design and technology consulting firm. And Will works at OXD to ensure that all projects achieve the design and communications excellence through working on design and digital brand integration. And in that capacity, of course, Will was the judge for our design award today. So thank you, Will, and welcome to all the judges. Let's get this party started. Who won? That's what we're here to know. Who won? But before, we're just going to build up a little bit more suspense here, guys. Before we go in, here's just an overview of the 4 categories again for the awards this year. We have awards in the categories of impact, innovation, design, of course, and people's choice. So the one where you guys got to vote. And so we're going to go through each category now, starting with the Impact Award. And the Impact Award, this award goes to the internet really has had the biggest impact. Here we're looking at organizations that have seen big positive changes in their organizations, so quantifiable outcomes that can really be attributed back to the internet. So examples would be a big increase in productivity or in staff engagement, those kinds of things. Mm-hmm. So for this, I'm going to hand it over to Becky. She will be presenting the finalists and the winner, and she will also be sharing her thoughts on the choices that her and Jackie made. So Becky, I am going to turn it over to you.
Awesome. Thank you. And hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. And thanks for having me. Jackie and I really enjoyed and we're just honored to have the opportunity to take a look at all the creative ways that you are all using ThoughtFarmer, and a huge kudos to everyone who submitted an entry. There's so much impressive work that's being done that really is making a huge impact at the organization you work at. So I'm going to announce the finalists for the impact category in no particular order. Let's get to it. All right. So one of the finalists is the New York State Department of Labor, which is a department of the New York State government, which enforces labor law and helps New Yorkers through employment, training, and upskilling opportunities. Their intranet is called DALI, which of course is a nod to DOL, which is the abbreviation for the Department of Labor. Next, another finalist is RIC Engineering. So RIC is an engineering, planning, and design firm, which has locations across California, Nevada, Arizona, and Colorado, and their intranet is called RIC Hub. And then the next finalist is Marigold, which was previously Campaign Monitor Group. So they are a global marketing technology leader that's focused on delivering relationship marketing solutions. All right. So without further ado, we're going to announce the winners. All right. So third place is Marigold for their work on Goldmine. So they recently rebranded to Marigold, and as part of that, rebranded their intranet as well to become Goldmine. Gold is a marigold, which I love that name. It's so clever. And a huge shout out to this team. They previously had 4 disconnected communication systems, and this rebrand brought everything together and help support existing and acquired employees. So really bringing company news, information about the new brand, OKRs, et cetera, to the forefront. And as they really look to bring employees together, they just had really great uses of ThoughtFarmer to support onboarding, featuring volunteer and recognition opportunities, and so on. So awesome job to this team. And then in second place is the New York State Department of Labor for Dolly. So this intranet team isn't new to ThoughtFarmer. They implemented a ThoughtFarmer intranet at Capital Region BOCES as well, which was a big winner at the ThoughtFarmer 2021 Best Intranet Awards. So what stood out to me and Jackie about Dolly is really just their wide-ranging uses of ThoughtFarmer, from onboarding to recognition to really intentional knowledge sharing and looking to build connections across their organization. I really admired how they tapped into their people to inform the information architecture of the site to really ensure it suited employees' needs. They used the groups feature in ThoughtFarmer to foster connection among different divisions of the organization. And they've gotten just really positive feedback from employees. So really great job to this team, and congratulations. All right. And the winner that we chose was Rick Engineering for Rick Hub. So we really liked their content development approach. They have 40 different news feeds, 15 articles a month, and they're really thoughtful with how they kind of rotate and highlight news on the homepage. They also feature a lot of employee contributed content, which was great to see. And overall, just a really nice people focused approach. They have a series called Good News Friday to highlight employee wins. They have a really strong use of the form flow, which is the online form feature in ThoughtFarmer. They have over 130 forms right now, so they're definitely solving for a business issue there. And they also moved their people directory from a PDF to an actual directory on the intranet. And they have just lots of examples of initiatives like their brand refresh, holiday initiatives, and so on, where they really leverage their intranet for visibility and awareness. So really impressive work, and congratulations to this team. We're going to just double click into a few items on Rick. So here is an example of one of the many forms I mentioned. They're using 130 forms. This is an example that they're using via ThoughtFarmer. This one is for the mentorship application. And next, here is an example of one of their news feeds. Like I said, we're really impressed with just their content development approach. So congratulations again to Rick on winning the Impact Award, and congratulations to all the finalists. Really incredible work. So I'll pass it back to you.
Thank you, Becky. And yes, big congratulations also from me here to Rick and to DOL and of course all of the people at Marigold and all contestants that submitted in this category. Special shout out to Jennifer at Rick. I know she has put so much work into Rig Hub. So Jennifer, if you're here today, yay, congrats. Give yourself a pat on the shoulder. All right, the next category is the Innovation Award. So this award goes to the internet that shows the most innovation. So we're looking for organizations that are using their intranets in a unique, innovative way, whether they are pushing boundaries and doing things outside of the box or are using ThoughtFarmer features in interesting ways. That's what we're looking for in this category. And I'm going to hold for this award, I'm handing it over to Victoria from G2, who was the judge for this award. So Victoria is now going to present the finalists that she picked and the winner and share her thoughts. So Victoria, take it away.
Thank you, Caroline, and hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today. If you missed her introduction, my name is Victoria Blackwell. I'm a research principal here at G2. This is actually the first year that G2 has been tapped to judge, and this is really something that we're so happy to be involved with. Thank you, ThoughtFarmer, again, for thinking of us. Innovation is something that we really like to explore at G2 because we're definitely a one-of-a-kind software marketplace. We're not a traditional analyst firm. We're not just a place that you go to get software. You get so much more. So innovation really suits us. In this category, we're looking for organizations that are using their intranets in a unique, very innovative way, not only pushing boundaries and thinking outside the box, like Caroline said, but really finding that niche and owning a different way to use an intranet. So that being said, I will now announce the three finalists in no particular order. So first we have Care Hospice. Care Hospice is a group of hospice care agencies that provide patient care in over 100 locations across 19 states. They launched their first ThoughtFarmer Intranet in the summer of 2022. And like the New York State DOL previously, their intranet team at Care Hospice implemented ThoughtFarmer at another organization, which is called World Strides, a few years prior in 2019. Next, we have STO Building Group. This is a family of construction companies with over 4,500 employees located in 50 offices throughout the US, Canada, UK, and Ireland. They launched their Intranet Connect early last year. And finally, we have Chaffetz Lindsay. Chaffetz Lindsay is a New York-based legal firm specializing in litigation and international arbitration services. We really love their intranet name, CLIck, which stands for Chaffetz Lindsay IQ. And note their top level nav items all end in IQ as well. So we love a good branding opportunity. And now for the winners. In third place, we have STO Building Group. When reviewing this, I really liked the innovative connection aspect that gives it like a central hub type of vibe without compromising communication. And by providing a platform for brainstorming, vetting, posting content on their respective local company sections, Connect fosters engagement and ownership, which is something I really like to see. So congrats to STO Building Group. In second place, we have Chaffetz Lindsay. The chatbot that you guys have for the entire internet is very interesting, and I really like to see that. I feel like that's a very unique ad, especially for off-hours communications. From installing the chatbot that you guys had, I think you call it Clay AI or Clay AI Lindsay, whatever you guys like to call it. It's creating a very highly sophisticated training video and tech help resources that they have available 24/7 to lawyers around the globe. And that I thought was very interesting because I feel like even though you're off the clock, I'm sure the law doesn't stop. So congratulations on second place. And finally, our first place award winner, which is Care Hospice. Congratulations to the Care Hospice team. When reflecting on all applicants, I really appreciated the learning opportunities within the regular programming of the internet capabilities that Care University offers. So Care University is a piece of the Care Hospice Intranet that offers live classes, certification programs, and free education for all of their colleagues, from executives to frontline staff. And that really stood out to me because I feel like when you think hospice, you don't necessarily think learning opportunity. And this, I think, was a great not only way to showcase what hospice is about, but it's just about caring for your community. And education is a way that you can care for your community. So congratulations to Care Hospice. I wanted to highlight a couple other things that I thought were really interesting. They're on their website, they state that our agencies retain their distinct cultures and local brand strength, and these companies have grown in communities that they serve, and their brands are valuable, and that our employees have invested years in building their agencies, and we would like to honor their commitment and their success. And that really stood out to me because without innovating your employees, without challenging them, without giving them space to grow, you can't really create something so innovative and also really highlights the grasp that community has on all of us. And I think that, like I said earlier, when you hear hospice, you don't really think, learning opportunities. And that is a really standout feature that I genuinely can't get over. And their dedication and development to their staff and their care is noteworthy. So congratulations again. The other item that I thought was very interesting that earned them their first place award is that the role associative onboarding is very thoughtful. The one size definitely does not fit all at Care Hospice, and it shows through their onboarding personas. And this attention to detail and innovative approach is specialized training is very impressive. And finally, we have their onboarding page. So outside of their Care University, their hub for onboarding has support groups as well as their general onboarding arena page. That community innovation really shares that care can coexist. And this is something that I thought was a very practical and human approach to an industry that can oftentimes be very emotional. So congratulations again to Care Hospice, and I'll go ahead and pass it back to Caroline.
Thank you, Victoria, and congrats to all the winners and Care Hospice in particular for the Innovation Award. Next up, we have last up, we have our Design Award for the intranets that are really the most visually appealing, the best looking, the best or most intuitively designed as well. And for this category, we invited Will Arndt to pick the winners. So, Will, without further ado, I am going to pass it on to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Caroline. There's some incredibly strong entries this year, and I used a carefully guarded set of criteria to evaluate and score these entries. So as you know, we'll just announce the three finalists in no particular order. The first finalist is Cambrian Credit Union. They're a Canadian credit union based in Winnipeg, Manitoba. They're servicing over 68,000 members. And their intranet mascot is called Milo, which is short for Mountains of Information Logically Organized. Like, yeah, acronyms are a big theme here. I love it. Second finalist is Chorus Orthodontists, and they're one of the largest and fastest growing orthodontist partnership networks in North America. They also have an adorable mascot called Coco, which is also the name of their intranet, which is short for Chorus Community. And then the third finalist, you may recognize them, the New York State Department of Labor. They were also a finalist for the Impact Awards. So we've got three excellent finalists from our already excellent pool of entries. So let's start with the third place entry. Okay, so the third place goes to Chorus's Coco. They scored an impressive 8 out of 10 in my secret scoring matrix, puts it in the top 15% of all the entries. And it's just a great example of cohesive color use. It's got a clear, sharp typeface choice. It's professional, but also human. The mascot adds a touch of whimsy and seasonality. I just love that mascot. Now, before we announce the first and second place winners, I just want to talk a little bit more about the scoring system. So my scoring criteria included things like brand identity cohesion, the strength of the art direction, use of typography, consistency and iconography and graphics, and even copywriting and UI microcopy choices. Because, I mean, really, when you get down to it, 90% of user interface is type and copy, right? So that's actually very important. I've also included some very ThoughtFarmer specific criteria, like how deeply the theming options were used, and how far the entries pushed beyond the standard default ThoughtFarmer skin. And then the attention just to the overall employee experience, that was very important. So after careful evaluation, I added up the scores. Then I did the scoring again in a randomized order because just wanted to reduce the possibility of recency bias, anchoring bias, which can, often come up a lot. And so the score that happens is the score. And it kind of brings us to this conundrum that I don't think I've ever encountered before, because the first place prize goes to both Cambrian's Milo and the New York Department of Labor's Dolly. That's right. We have two #1 winners. This doesn't happen often. It's a little bit of drama here, ThoughtFarmer. Sorry about that, folks. But yeah, both scored a solid 9 out of 10 in my scoring matrix. Now, when we look at Milo, I think it was one of the most visually cohesive of all the entries. There's this well-implemented color palette. It just meshes so well with the unique illustration style. And it feels all at once fresh, modern, and stable. And they definitely push past the default ThoughtFarmer theme. Small, simple design choices that just add up to a solid and professional experience. And with Dolly, I also love the playfulness, the inclusivity, and the seasonality of their intranet logo. You can see the little variations there that they swapped throughout the year. And I think this intranet also explores the boundaries of what's possible with ThoughtFarmer from a design and UI perspective, right? We all know that intranets are kind of hard to break out of the mold sometimes, but ThoughtFarmer is really good at allowing you to customize the interface and really do a great job of branding it to your organization. The nav here, it's clean, it's simply executed. I think the choice of centering the logo is a bold and effective move. And the design language of the illustrations is consistent, it's cohesive, and I think overall it's just a well-executed modern design. It pays careful attention to the employee experience. Yeah, so sorry, there was a bit of unexpected drama there in the final result, but I think the two top spots are just really well earned. And overall, just such a great group of entries in the design category this year. And I really believe that every company who submitted and that we reviewed should be very, very proud of their intranets. I really mean that. So it was an honor to participate as a judge. Thanks to ThoughtFarmer for the opportunity and having me back on here on the webinar. And back over to you, Caroline.
Thanks, Will. Thank you. So that brings us to our last but not least award, the People's Choice Award. So like last time, we've opened up the ThoughtFarmer community site to all of our customers, and they were able to review and vote all the entries across the 4 categories and pick for their best overall or their favorite overall intranet. So I just really wanted to thank everybody who went on and voted for their favorite intranet. And without further ado, we're going to announce the winner of the People's Choice Award for 2024. And the award goes to Care Hospice. They are the winner in the People's Choice Award. So congratulations again, Care Hospice. As you saw earlier, Victoria also selected Care Hospice as the winner in the innovation category. And explained all of the wonderful things that they are doing with their organization and their intranet. And as Victoria also mentioned, training and education their people is really such an important part of their practice, and their onboarding experience is really inspiring. They also have like we saw earlier, a really comprehensive care university on their intranet for their continuing education and leadership development of their staff. Really leveraging their intranet to become an essential hub and resource center. It really made them stand out, I think, in my opinion. And of course, the people spoke and agree. So that is all, of course, in addition to the very meaningful service that they deliver to patients and their families. So once again, congratulations to Care Hospice on your double win today. So in case you're wondering what our winners are going to receive, so each of the 4 category winners, which is 5 organizations, due to Will's drama, but we're here for it. Each of those winners will receive, first of all, a beautiful custom trophy that will be shipped in a couple of weeks. You can see kind of like a little preview here on the right. Each winner will also receive $250 toward a team lunch, so you can celebrate with your team. Go out for a nice lunch or cocktail hour or something like that. It'll be a treat of ThoughtFarmer to do that little celebration. And also $250 in our card marketplace, a 250 credit, which will allow each winner to purchase additional special features to further customize their intranet. And last but not least, we'll also be providing an exclusive Intranet Awards graphic that you can use to showcase your achievement on your website, on your intranet. We'll be in touch to deliver all of that as well. And that concludes our presentation today. Thank you so much for attending. Once again, a big shout out to everybody who submitted. You're really all winners in our minds. Like Will said, you should all be very proud of your intranets. When we reviewed the submissions, there were so many strong contenders, and it was really tough to pick winners for all of our judges. We were glad that we didn't have to make the hard choice today, and our judges gracefully stepped in. So thank you again to Becky and Jackie, Victoria and Will for all of your work reviewing the entries and making those hard choices. We're really grateful to each and every one of our customers who've built a thriving community with their intranets. With our mission to make work better, we really love to see that. So again, we have recorded the session today, so we will be emailing you all a link to the video recording within the next day or so if you wish to share it with your colleagues. Also, keep a lookout on a published paper in the coming weeks. We will be showcasing all of these winners and other great submissions that we didn't have the time to get into today in a paper that will be coming your way. And as always, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We always love to hear from you. So thank you, everyone. That's it for us in Vancouver. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, everyone.